You're welcome back, and you're still watching News Nights. We're live from Nigeria's capital in Abuja. I'm Christian Ogodo. Thanks for staying with us. Members of the Labour Party in the Federal Capital Territory have protested against the exclusion of the party's candidates from the ballot in the area council elections in Abuja, scheduled for February 21st. They described the action as a conspiracy to disenfranchise them despite a subsisting court order. During the protest staged at the national headquarters of the Independent National Electoral Commission, they vowed to occupy the premises until the commission uploads the party on the ballot. But INEC National Commissioner Abdullahi Abdul Zuru identified one of the challenges facing the commission to be conflicting court orders. He promised that as a law-abiding organization, the commission will act on the court order.
The genesis of this conspiracy is 2023, when we denied other political parties from making up to 25% in FCT. Yes, sir. And it's a constitutional requirement for somebody to be declared president. But that was upturned. If not, our candidate in 2023 election would have been the president now. Yes. So this is a conspiracy concocted to ensure that our popularity will no longer come to play. But they are lying. Yes. They are living in delusion. Yes, sir. Because Labour Party must participate in this area council election. And nobody will stop us.
We are here demanding that we should be uploaded because we have a court order concerning the FCT elections coming up on the 21st of February 2026. And Labour Party candidates are not in the ballot. In fact, they are not uploaded. And we don't know the reason why. We are Nigerians. Yes. INEC cannot kill our democracy.
Certainly, we will act on any court order. Some of the challenges you normally have will be conflicting court orders. Those are what normally creates problems. When you have conflicting court orders, you just have to act on the prevailing court order.
And the Independent National Electoral Commission says it has resumed the nationwide continuous voter registration exercise, which marks the beginning of the second phase of the process. The resumption follows the conclusion of the first phase of the CVR, which officially ended on December 10, 2025. INEC had earlier launched online pre-registration for the exercise on August 18, 2025, before rolling out physical registration at designated centers across the country on August 25, 2025. In a statement issued in December, the Commission disclosed that a total of 9,891,801 Nigerians initiated the online pre-registration process during the first phase of the exercise. And according to the Commission, 2,572,054 registrations were fully completed nationwide as at November 28, 2025. This figure comprises 1,503,832 completed online registrations and 1,068,222 registration concluded through physical enrollments. All right, joining me now for updates on the commencement of the second phase of the continuous voter registration and voter education exercise and INEC's preparations, objectives, and timelines, as well as the public perception level so far, is the Director of Voter Education and Publicity, Department of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Victoria Etta-Messi. Very warm welcome to News 9, Victoria.
Good evening.
Yeah, tell us, I mean, you've concluded the first phase, the second phase is to be rolled out. What were the challenges observed, the gaps, you know, during the first phase, and how you plug in them, particularly in the rural areas?
Thank you once again. So one major challenge, if you recall in your intro, the registration exercise is holding at the local government areas and at the INEC state offices. So one major challenge that has been noticed and noted is the fact that in local governments where there is quite some considerable distance from the community to the residents to get to the local government office, that has been discouraging for the citizens to come to their local government capitals to get registered. And so because of that, the Commission is aware of that challenge. And so during the second phase, they are going to introduce the policy of rotation. So as we start today, in all, because we're going to have weekdays, we're not going to have the exercise on weekends. So in all is about 75 days. From today, the 5th of January to the 17th of April, that would cover for the second phase. So the Commission is looking into having started 50 days towards the end of the exercise, then they would initiate the rotation policy where the machines and the registration teams would be taken to the RA level, that's the ward level. And so we'll draw out a schedule where we'd now be moving from
so
RA
there's going to be some sort of mobility of the registration staff.
So the devices will be taken closer to the people at the RA level. But for now, we're still holding on to the local government and the state offices, yes.
But let's look at challenged areas. When I say challenged areas, I'm talking of security, areas where insecurity thrives and the rest, even though the Nigerian military, you know, are doing a great job trying to reduce that. What is the Commission doing about that, and what kind of synergy do you have with the security agencies?
Yeah, we're working closely with the Nigeria Police Force. There is also the ICSES architecture, the Interconsultative Committee on Election Security. And so they do a lot of mapping, and so there's intelligence sharing. And so we have an idea as to those areas that have security challenges. And so there's going to be much more security deployment to those areas, and there'll be special arrangements for such places. So if we're not able to penetrate, then we'd have to restrict ourselves to safe areas where this registration exercise would hold.
Okay, that's great. Public trust, you know, seems to remain a very, very key problem or an issue in Nigeria's electoral process. Not probably INEC's own alone, but majorly, some people want to say. Beyond voters' registration, what concrete measures is INEC, you know, implementing to reassure the citizens that their votes will be accurately captured, protected, and, you know, reflected in final results? I think that's a very key electoral process. You want to agree with me? Yeah,
you're right in that regard. The fact that we have a new chairman in place, we're hoping and believing that we'll be able to earn the trust of citizens. And we'll try, this current chairman is high on holding people to account, and he does not waste time to let us know that everybody would be held accountable for their actions and inactions. And by trying to improve on our processes, we believe that would also be able to gain the trust of citizens. We're doing a lot of voter education and voter sensitization. We're encouraging people to participate, because the fewer people that participate, the easier it is for a few people to now decide on the fate of the whole citizenry. So we're encouraging everyone to participate and to keep an eye on even INEC. So because if you keep an eye on us, even if we wanted to do anything, then we'll And again, like I mentioned, the issue of accountability. This current commission is not resting on its oars with regards to holding people to account and doling out punishment where the need arises and rewarding when the right things are done. So we'll just continue. We're intensifying our voter education, our voter sensitization, and voter mobilization to ensure that as many people as possible participate in the electoral process.
Great. Logistics failure, technological inadequacies or failures too have been, adduced as two key issues affecting the efficiency, the delivery of the electoral process in Nigeria by INEC. How is the Commission addressing this?
With regard to registration or the processes in general?
Registration, and
with regard to the
process.
If we're looking at the registration, the systems are tested and trusted. The first phase that we conducted from August to December, I do not think there were major reports about malfunction, system malfunction. So I think we're on top of our games with regards to the devices. The personnel are well trained, so they know what it is that they are expected to do. With regards to logistics, again, I think funding is a major issue, which is why you would find us restricting the registration to the local government area. Because if we said we're going to deploy to the polling unit or the array permanently, the cost would be humongous. And that is why we are restricting ourselves. But again, because of the length of time. So this was kick-started in August 2025, and it's going to run till August 2026. So I believe citizens have sufficient time to make out time to turn out to get themselves registered. And beyond registration, there are other services
do you have
within
a
this
targeted,
period.
Plan for youth engagement and the rest, particularly when you consider the apathy that has greeted the electoral process, voters' apathy and the rest? That's a major setback for Nigeria's democracy.
Yeah, we have two core departments that have that responsibility of ensuring that citizens are well educated, sensitized, and mobilized. The G&I department, for instance, has a youth division, which has the responsibility of developing and designing initiatives for youth participation and engagement in the electoral process. We generally in the Voter Education and Publicity Department also, on a broader scale, have initiatives and strategies to ensure that we engage with youths and other demographics and other clusters to make sure that we regain or we ginger their interest in the electoral process and in elections in particular.
Okay, that's great. Let's look at this issue of continuous voters registration. How fraud-proof is it?
It is fraud-proof. I mean, how would you tamper with? Yeah, technology is not. If you really want to, for the experts, they can.
With the AI technology.
I agree with you. We also have an AI division in the commission, so I'm sure they can counter whatever attempt there may be for tampering with.
You've not had incidents of double registration, multiple registration?
No, usually there is. That's why after the first phase, for instance, the next thing that we did was the display for claims and objections. Once that is done, the next stage that we move to is deduplication. That means that we're able to take out any multiple registration that we see. So there is a technology that weeds out any form of multiple registration using the ABIS, that's the Automated Biometric Identification System.
Okay, that's great. And for those, for years now, millions of Nigerians like me have not gotten their voter's card, even though were registered and the rest.
Have you been to your registration center?
Times without number.
And what were you told? That there was no card?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take it as my personal responsibility to get your card for you.
All right, thank you. And the millions of Nigerians watching
We'll start with you.
who don't have. All right, thank you so very much, Victoria Etta-Messi, Director, Independent National Electoral Commission, Voter Education and Publicity Department for
Thank you very much.
to shed some light on
Thank
the
you.
ongoing voter registration.